Every time I think I'm done covering the Gene Hackman case, some new bombshell news drops or some new body cam footage. And right now, there's just like a slow drip of information coming out. And there's this slow drip of body cam footage. And look, I would have liked for all of this to come out at once so we could cover it all at once and be done with it. But that's not how this is going. Every couple of days, they're releasing new clips, new snippets. Why are they doing things this way? It really makes me question certain things. Sometimes I feel like investigators and law enforcement are in bed with the media. I feel like in many ways they work together because it doesn't really benefit law enforcement to drag out this body cam footage and the release of this body cam footage for 2 or 3 weeks, but it does help out the media, right? And look, there's so much, like the original body cam footage that was released on the first day, we got to hear from the groundskeeper, the man who found Gene and Betsy. And he clearly stated in the body cam that the doors to the home were locked and that was unusual because the doors are usually unlocked. He said the doors to the home were closed and locked. But for some reason, you could go look it up on Google if you need to. The main narrative, the main story when it comes to the Gene Hackman case was that the front door was found wide open. And then they changed it to the back door and then the side door. They changed the story 5 times. My question is, why was it ever reported that the door was open? Investigators and law enforcement who were on the scene, they know damn good and well that the door was not open. They were locked and closed. You could see the door closed in the body cam footage. The groundskeeper even says the door is locked and closed. But for some reason, they put the information out that there were doors in the house that were just wide open. The front door is just wide open. Now, why would they do this? Is it just a mistake? Or are they working with the media to make the story sound more juicy and mysterious? I don't know. It's a really stupid mistake. And it's something a lot of people think is a big nothing burger. But for me, it's a big deal. When you're looking into a death, a mysterious death, we need to know if you find the door wide open. And if the body cam footage shows the door closed, and the groundskeeper literally states the doors are closed and locked, why did you report to the media that the door was open? And why, for weeks and weeks on end, were we told that this door was wide open? It doesn't make sense to me. Especially because the body cam footage confirms that is not true. But now, we have a whole nother crazy update. Because now it's been revealed that Gene Hackman and Betsy were being stalked. They were being followed around by some weird man. And Gene Hackman's family just found out about this when we did like 2 days ago. And now they've hired a private investigator. So the story's still going. It's still going. I'm not saying that we're going to find out something crazy because I don't necessarily think we are. But at the very least, we're going to find out that there were major mistakes in this investigation. And I don't know, I'm really questioning the release of the body cam footage and how all of this is going down. It really looks like the media and law enforcement are working hand in hand with this one. But like I said, there's new body cam footage today. There'll probably be some tomorrow or the next day. So for now, let's go ahead and roll this clip. Let's take a look at some of this new footage, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
Out of a Santa Fe home in a private community.
Nobody went in the house, right?
Santa Fe Sheriff's deputies try to figure out what led to the death of actor Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa. Their bodies found inside their home last month. One of investigators' main concerns at the scene, the media frenzy when the news breaks.
Because who they are, I don't have one on me. I just want to keep this limited as much as possible because once this gets out, you know how this is going to turn with the,
Something reiterated to the couple's next of kin.
A lot of the information that we do at the Sheriff's Office, unfortunately, it's public information, and it doesn't take them very long to figure out where this was at, the address. Once we start getting the media attention and all that stuff, then everybody starts wondering what's going on. I don't want nobody up here that's not supposed to be here.
One dog trainer who also tried to corral the couple's other dogs on the property was shocked by the news.
Anything that he needed, to take care of him, and But she was healthy, man. She got acupuncturist. I mean, healthy foods, everything.
While some groundskeepers tell deputies they had a bad feeling when they stopped hearing from Arakawa.
I knew something was wrong because she don't just totally cut off communications for that long.
Police tried to figure out what happened, as there was no evidence of foul play.
My concern is a carbon monoxide issue.
The investigation would later reveal Arakawa died first of hantavirus. Authorities say Hackman died more than a week later of heart disease with complications from Alzheimer's. One of their dogs, found dead in a crate near Arakawa's body, died of starvation and dehydration. Annalisa Pardo, KRQE, News 13.
Honestly, guys, at this point, I'm just curious to know, when are we going to hear from the investigators and law enforcement again? Because they came out with that press conference announcing the causes of death, and we haven't heard from them since then. But we've heard a whole lot. Like, now we know that Betsy did not die when they said that she died. So I would think that they would have given an update about that by now, but it's radio silence. Then they released the body cam footage about the stalker, something they never mentioned. I understand that they don't want to necessarily mention that during an open investigation, but they released the body cam footage so we could see and hear it with our own two eyes, but they never give us more context. Did you guys look into this person? Do you know who this person was? Did you follow up on this lead at all? I would like to know. Like, once you got the information about the stalker, did you follow up on that lead at all? Because I would think that at the very least, there may be some cameras in the neighborhood that could have found that stalker. And Gene and Betsy lived in an area where there was a security guard. So the stalker had to somehow get past the security guard to be chilling outside of their home, outside of their gate. So I don't know if the stalker had connections to security or if this dude was like a ninja that was hopping walls. I don't know. Those are details I would like to know, but we're not going to know them if investigators don't come out and say anything. Now, some of you may think, well, hey, investigators don't need to tell us anything. Well, they're not telling the family anything either, which is why the family has hired a private investigator. Do you think law enforcement and the official investigators are going to acknowledge that either? Probably not. So all I'm saying is we got some major updates and major information that directly conflicts with the information that investigators provided during their last press conference. So I would think, I'm not saying that we're going to get a whole 2-hour press conference, but at the very least a statement to the media or something, but we're not getting none of that. We're not getting any of that. And it's like every couple of days, it feels like the story is over. You move on, you start doing other things, you start covering other stories, and then bam, here's more body cam footage that directly conflicts with the original story we told you. Here's more body cam footage. Turns out they have a stalker. Here's more body cam footage. Turns out the door was closed after all. And I'm just sitting here like, what in the hell is even going on? Like, when this body cam footage is released, you guys do realize that what is being said in this body cam footage is totally different than what y'all said in the beginning days of your investigation. You know, it's one thing if I get details wrong. I'm human. We could all get details wrong. It's another thing when investigators get details wrong. Why were y'all telling us a different version of events than the actual version of events that played out in the body cam footage? And I'm not saying it's dramatically different, but there's details that they shouldn't have gotten wrong that they did get wrong. And that's why people have questions. And that's why now the family is not happy with the investigation at all. And they're hiring their own investigators. So we'll see how things play out. I'll stay on top of the story. If anything comes out, I'll let you guys know. But for now, let me know your thoughts down below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all soon in the next one.